Hey, what's up? Benny here. Today we're going to do a quick review on this. CableMods, are they worth it? So here's the thing. I recently bought a no-name brand cable extension and I plugged it into my computer back over here. And while that was happening, I did purchase a new RTX 3080, which I then returned for an RTX 3090 when I had a chance at Micro Center. And I couldn't figure out what was going on, and eventually I found out that it was the cable extensions. The electricity or the wattage or the power going into my GPU was not sustained, and it would just give me blue screens of death. And I tried many things from upgrading my drivers to changing my BIOS on my motherboard, but eventually I took out the extensions and ran the stock cables in my EVGA power supply right into the graphics card and the motherboard, and everything was fixed. So since I had such a big issue, we're going to be talking about CableMods. These are the full length cables. This is the Pro Series. I went with a black or gray, actually black and silver theme. Let's get this unboxed, shall we? So from the looks of it, this came from Amazon. A little crushed here, but whatever. It's probably from chucking this at my door. I don't think the FedEx delivery person is too happy with me. I am getting a ton of boxes as of lately. So right now, let's get to it. This would be helpful if I wasn't trying to just rip it open. Ooh, little thank you note. Quality assurance, fantastic. I do like the bag. Okay. Woo, we dropped it. So let's see if we can get the bigger cables out so you can really see it. We'll go over all of them. Hopefully there's enough cables for all my needs. And let's go with this one. We'll unbox this. I think this is the EPS cable. Oh, this one goes to the motherboard. So what do you guys think? Black on silver. I think it's gonna go very well with my computer. Let's get these installed and let's go from there. All right, so I just broke down the computer real quick. As you can see, it's right behind me. Basically, I took out the power supply, removed all the old cables. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to install the new CableMods Pro sleeved cables. And I just want to give you a little look at these cables. So they're pretty freaking nice. I'm not gonna lie. I like how they have the combs pre-installed, and it'll keep it nice and tidy. The other set, the extensions I bought from a generic brand, I had to put them on manually, and this is gonna keep it very clean and aesthetically nice. So we just finished installing the CableMods Pro sleeves. Overall, looks really good. The one complaint I have is, since this motherboard is pretty power hungry, I got a 24 pin, a 6 pin, two 8 pins. This extra cable they gave me, the 8 pin doesn't have combs, so whatever, that's why I put it on the top. It's not as visible. We'll hide it away, but it's a little bit of a letdown for $100 cables, but it is what it is, and I'm pretty happy overall. I thought about putting these going under, but with a little bit of graphics card sag, I thought having these cables kind of uplifted up a little bit would be pretty beneficial to keep with the aesthetics. And let's finish up. So like I said, we have the Leon Lai case in silver. We're doing a little bit of the purple blue theme. That's how I hooked it up with my Hue lights. Everything's looking good. So got everything plugged back in, closed up the case, turned on the computer, everything's working fine. My final thoughts, for $100, I would say, quality over quantity, because the cheapo extensions I bought, I think I spent $70. I ended up buying 2 sets of, they were like $35 a set. The cables weren't enough to power my whole motherboards and graphics card, so I ended up buying 2 sets. I'm not going to name the brand that I returned, but I did spend about $70 or $75, returned it. The CableMods Pro sleeves, I spent $100. I just wanted to save $30. It's just all for looks. The stock cables that come with any power supply are perfectly fine, but it's purely for looks. realistically speaking, after that, I'm very happy with my purchase. The one thing I will note though is a little upset because one of my 8-pin cables didn't have a comb. I feel like if I'm spending $100 on power supply cables, just give me the combs on all of them. A lot of you are probably wondering what's with all the monitors, what I do with it, is it for work, is it for gaming? But on my next review, we'll talk about my peripherals and we'll talk about this mouse I bought, which is the Final Mouse Cape Town compared to my Air 58 mouse, or maybe my Glorious D, or any of my peripherals I use for my gaming setup, and we'll go from there. Thanks for tuning in. Please leave a comment, subscribe. See you soon. Thanks for watching.